With park closures during the winter months and the only means of accessibility being by seaplane or boat, the national park has come to harbor a distinct predator-prey relationship between the moose and wolf. On the island itself, there are over 130,000 acres of wilderness, including islands surrounding the main island. In summer months, temperatures rarely go above 80 degrees, while the winter temperatures often dip below freezing. Currently, there are about 20 mammal species on the island. Pets and wheeled vehicles are not allowed on the island in an attempt to preserve the natural habitat and avoid disruption to the other species living on the island. The moose are believed to inhabited the island by swimming across from Minnesota. In the 1940s, a female gray wolf and a few others wandered over the frozen ice of Lake Superior onto Isle Royale to start up the wolf population. Since that time, the populations of wolf and moose have gone through multiple fluctuations, especially the wolves. Wolf populations have been at extreme lows for the past 2 decades, leaving biologists in a tough spot. Currently, scientists and biologists alike are questioning whether to interfere in this natural relationship in order to maintain the wolf population or let it be naturally. Effects of climate change and human interaction are also playing a large role in the future of the moose and wolves on Isle Royale.
Island traveling packs separated into the east and the west pack. If they cross into one another's territory, they will be attacked and often killed. They're hunting in the winter, and it revolves primarily around the vulnerable. They target the moose that are old, sick, and young. The wolves must make several attempts in order to actually make a successful kill. The more ample the moose, the more the wolves flourish. Wolves are not wasteful or greedy hunters. In fact, wolves often die of starvation, much like the moose. They die young fighting for food. When a moose kill is made, however, others benefit as well. A cleanup crew of foxes, ravens, and others depend on these scraps for survival. While the primary prey of wolves are moose, they do not limit their diet to this. Wolves have been known recently to indulge on several pounds of fallen apples from the green apple trees on the island. The wolf population has proven that it is possible to survive on decades of inbreeding. Since the 1940s, there has been a 50% loss of genetic variability. It has been observed that over the years, moose still seek the safety of water as their best defense against the wolf. Moose shed and regrow their massive antlers every year, which imaginably takes a lot of energy. Sodium is a crucial element in a moose's diet, and they are able to replenish a good supply of it by drinking from the natural springs on the island to supplement the insubstantial supply in their terrestrial diet. The greatest period of mortality for moose is winter and spring, often due to starvation. Moose spend 12 hours a day feeding on the move. The balsam fir provides most of the moose's winter diet, and by the 1980s, the southwest regeneration was nearly absent.
It has been shown that Native Americans of the region used the land for fishing and copper mining, as well as Americans of the copper rush in 1800s. A lodge for miners was created in 1894. Human inhabitants of the island existed, but decreased dramatically to only campers when converted to a national park. In 1931, Isle Royale became a national park as a human's attempt at preservation of its delicate integrity. It has been studied closely for over 46 years now. In 1981, it was deemed a U.S. bioreserve. Originally, the sharp decline in the island's wolf population was thought to be due to food shortages. It was soon realized that a virus called the canine parvovirus had invaded the island's wolf population through a family dog brought to the island. There are now strict laws against bringing any sort of animal to or from the island. This acute viral disease causes severe diarrhea, dehydration, and eventually death in wolves. Humans now vaccinate wolf pups for the virus. The moose population in those years grew dramatically for lack of natural predators. Studies are currently being done on the assessment of air quality and air pollution impacts on the island, as well as coal and copper mining impacts in surrounding regions on the island. Initiatives to prevent other human-precipitated catastrophes on the island call for restrictions including low-impact camping, preventative erosion walking, low waste, noise, and trash levels, and a strict intolerance for pets, weapons, wheeled vehicles, campfires, and alcohol. when humans camp on the 36 campgrounds. According to John Vucetich, who is the co-director of the Isle Royale research project, the largest human impact on the island is dramatic climate change due to global warming.
In 1995, the moose population on Isle Royale was prospering and large with 2,500 moose on the island. This number today, however, is down to fewer than 600 moose. What is to blame for the disappearance of the moose? Scientists say that rising temperatures are causing the moose to die off. The moose during the hot summer months have to work harder to find their food, and it is much more difficult to remain cool, instead of fattening themselves up for the winter. Those expending so much energy for tasks, which should be simple, are not prepared for harsh winters or wolf attacks. The weakened moose, who cannot find food or shelter, are host to thousands of ticks. These blood-sucking creatures host on the moose, weakening and sometimes killing them. Weakened moose are also more vulnerable to wolf attacks. Though the moose will be affected more by the climate change, the wolf will become extinct first, because with a diminishing moose population, there won't be any food for it.
As the sun sets on another day on Isle Royale, the wolf and moose continue to persevere even as conditions worsen. The future of this unique relationship relies mainly on climate change. Even a slight temperature change will severely impact the health and size of the moose population, which could potentially cause the limited wolf population to become extinct. If the wolves become extinct, the ethical question is raised: should humans replace the wolf population because they vowed to protect it? There is no right answer to this question, but it is one that will be long debated. One thing is certain: as long as the moose and wolf survive on the island, researchers will continue to study the relationship because there are an unlimited amount of unanswered questions.
Stay alive.